Okay, hello guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Vanessa if you are new here. I am filming a collective Target haul. This is a collective apartment haul. We are just 2 weeks away from moving into my apartment and I don't know, I'm feeling a little excited. I'm feeling nervous. Feeling all of the emotions right now. And if you guys haven't been following along, I've been doing a lot of apartment talk vlogs scattered throughout. So if you have been following along for this entire apartment process, kudos to you. Thank you so much. I'm very excited and I have found a true love for apartment shopping, decor, home interior design, all of that sort of stuff. I found like a little passion through it. So I've been having so much fun like building my apartment. Before I even get there, I actually haven't even seen the exact unit that I'll be moving into. Without further ado, let's just get right into the haul. Like I said, this is kind of collective. I've been ordering a lot of Target. And Target is very much like Amazon. They get their package, I mean, at least in my experience, they get their packages out very fast. So I've been super thankful that like everything has gotten delivered within like just a few days. So that's been super convenient. And then also I've been doing a lot of in-store pickup for furniture items or for like larger items. Actually, more than half of the things that I've bought for my apartment are actually from Target. Target is super affordable, and I also wanted to kind of like talk throughout this, like how I've been like budgeting for this stuff. So my parents are helping out a ton, don't get me wrong, and I've had things built up from like over the past 3 years since I moved out and went to college. But this is the first year that I'm actually moving into an apartment that I have to fully furnish myself. So luckily I did have a lot of items from previous years that my parents again did help me out with, but this year it's a little different. I am more so on my own for this apartment. Like I said, although they are helping me out somewhat, I am definitely carrying the weight for this apartment. And I don't know, I'm super grateful because I knew that I wanted to move into an apartment of my dreams, and I knew that I wanted that apartment of my dreams to look like the apartment of my dreams too. So I've kind of like found the best way possible to go about furnishing and decorating the place as affordable as possible, but still making it look the way that I ideally would like it to look. I did a blog post on kind of like my whole furniture shopping experience and the places that I found the best deals at. So places like Target, Wayfair, Walmart, Overstock. I haven't bought anything from Overstock yet. It's definitely been heavily Target, Amazon, Walmart, and Wayfair. And you know, if you're shopping on a budget, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's not like the most high quality stuff, but also this is just an apartment I'm moving into by myself. I'm not sharing it. Dom will of course be staying with me quite often, I'm sure, but other than that, like I'm not going to be keeping these things or I don't expect to be keeping a lot of these things for, 10 years down the road. So that's why I didn't invest in any pieces. Again, I'm like still in college. I don't have a full-time job, and I've definitely just been able to budget for like the past few months to definitely space out exactly when I was purchasing some things, so that, I made sure I had enough money to purchase everything that I did. So I will get right into the haul now. I'm sorry that was a lot, but then at the end of the haul, I'm going to just give a few more tips on how I kind of like budgeted for all of this, kind of tips that you might be able to take from this video if you are currently shopping for an apartment, or if you are moving into an apartment very soon, you just want to keep these in your back pocket for the future. Totally up to you. I know all of my college gals out there and guys, we can all relate to this. We're all in the same boat basically, so I want to share as much as possible. I'm very fortunate, like I said, that I was able to purchase basically everything that I wanted to really fill my apartment. But yeah, at the end, I'll go into some of my tips and how I budgeted for a lot of these items and just the apartment overall. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe if you aren't already, and let's just get into the haul. All right, so I'm going to start off with this very large basket here. This is actually such a really great find. I thought I just like pricked myself with this. I am super excited about this. As you can see, it is very, very large. My dad called it a bird cage. Let me just get this for you quick so you can see in like comparison. Okay, so this is the basket that I used last year. I also got this basket from Target. It's like a, let's see, a whitewash basket, wicker basket. I got that from Target. They still sell it actually on their site. But this is kind of like small. I have a this is a very large blanket in here, probably the size of like a full bed. And then I also have like a really small blanket stuffed at the bottom of this. So this only holds like basically 1.5 blankets. As you can see, the big one is bulging out the top. But also with this one, a lot of the furniture and pieces that I got for my apartment are very warm toned, and I'm gonna be psychotic, I know, but this is very cool toned. As you can see, there's a lot of gray tones in it, and it's not really gonna match with the whole theme that I'm going for. So I decided that I'm going to keep this one at home. And when I stumbled into the basket that I just showed, this one at Target, for a really great price, I figured that I would get that, put that in my living room, and it would hold a lot more blankets. So that's why I got this. I unfortunately tried to look for it on the website and I couldn't find it. Let's see though. I have the thing here. It is Project 62. A lot of what I got is Project 62. It's a storage basket and it's rattan. Maybe that's the style. I don't know. It was $34.99. So if you can still find this on the website, I would definitely give it a shot because it is a really great quality basket for the price and size. So like I said, I'm going to use this to store blankets and put this in my living room. I did do a blog post though, just like this past week, where I broke down literally everything I bought for my apartment. So I'm going to have that linked in the description box below because all of these items are linked in that blog post, as well as like everything else I purchased. So next up, I have my duvet cover here, which I'm very excited about. Basically, long story short, I was going to purchase a duvet cover from Urban, which was on back order. It was a little bit more expensive than this one, so I decided to look elsewhere to see if anyone had something similar. Target did, and I went to go pick this up. It's like kind of a linen look to it. As you can see, it's just a very natural color. And online, this was actually 55 bucks. With shams, so it comes with the duvet cover and shams. It's a full/queen, so I already have a duvet insert, so that's no problem. But yeah, this is like not the softest material, which is totally okay. I don't think it's scratchy, but on the inside it's cotton, and like on the outside here it's more like the linen material. And let me just say that online, this color specifically, as you can see, it is a very like true natural color. Online it looks a lot more pink or orange toned, probably just the lighting and everything like that, but they do have this in like a white color, a stone color, and maybe like a blush pink or something like that. So I definitely do recommend this. And like I said, that one in specific was $55. The others are $79, I think, or somewhere around there. But I don't know, duvet covers are quite expensive, and for the exact style that I was going for, this was actually just a really great find and price. So I'm very pleased with that purchase. Next up, I just decided this was completely an impulse purchase, to be honest, but I knew I was going to end up buying some more throws because like that throw I just showed you before is gray, and my whole apartment theme is like very light and beige, white, tan. So I purchased this one. I picked up this one from the Hearth and Hand, which is the Magnolia line from Target, which is absolutely amazing. It's really hard to resist not purchasing everything from the line because it's so perfect. It's just all very natural and light. So if you are into the very like natural and minimalist look, that whole line is perfect. So I just got this beige or little like tan natural throw. I just want it to put on the couch as like a nice little accent. I think like that will look really pretty. My couch is like a cognac leather, so it's going to look really pretty, I think, with just like a natural light throw on it. And as I'm noticing, it's shedding all over the place. But the price of this was $34.99. Next up, I picked up, this was also another impulse purchase. However, I did need this. At some point, I would have to purchase one. It is an expandable drawer organizer. So I'm going to put all of my silverware in here. As you can see, kind of like you can get the better picture of what it looks like there. But I'm pretty sure that like on the sides here, if like you had a bigger drawer, it will expand. I don't know if there will actually be other compartments for you to put stuff in, but this will just be nice. It's nice and big to put all like the silverware and like other little things too, to just keep the drawers really organized, which I'm an organized freak. So I'm going to be heavily investing in a lot of storage for the drawers and cabinets once I get there and figure out exactly what I need. I used to have my paper towels on the countertop and I just had like a paper towel stand. But this time I want the paper towels to be away. I want a very minimalist look on the countertops. So I'm trying to keep as much away as possible. This isn't necessary, but I decided to pick up a paper towel holder. So this is going to go right under my sink on the cabinet door. So you put this part over the door, and then on the inside you can put the paper towels on this little rack here, and then this will actually show on the outside of the cabinet door, and you could put like a hand towel on here, which will be perfect. So that's what I'm probably going to do. I just got some command hooks. My idea for this is to in my closet, I want to nicely hang up my hats, like my fedoras and random little things like that. Actually, I sold all of my fedoras for the most part, but still, like, I have random little hats and my main fedora that I always wear. So I figured that to keep them like nice and shaped well, I'm going to command hook these to the wall and just hang my hats up with this, which will help with organization because I'm trying to really utilize as much as possible in this closet so that I can fit everything well. So that might just be its own whole video because that is going to probably be the biggest challenge, and just organizing everything as a whole to like put everything away ticely. So that will probably be its own video, especially since I'm like an organizational freak, like I just said. So that should be fun for me to, you know, really do. Next up is something super fun and exciting. I have my kitchen trash can here. I really didn't get anything fancy because there's really no need. And I got this one. It's from the Room Essentials brand from Target, and it's a step up or a step on. So if you step on it, it just opens. But this was like just a few bucks from Target. Like, they're super cheap. So I just figured I'd get this, you know. Not super fun and exciting, nothing to really talk about there. This is a box I've had for a while now. This is like one of the first things I purchased just because the towels were on sale. But their Fieldcrest towels go on sale all of the time, so definitely keep an eye out for those. The last I checked when I wrote that blog post, the towels were on sale. So I've also had these towels for several years. Like, I've purchased multiple rounds of these towels and they've held up so well for the price. They're super affordable. So I just got a very light tan color. This is actually, like, all of the towels I got are in the color tan if you guys want that for reference. And they are the Fieldcrest Micro Cotton 100% cotton bath towel. So I know they have bath sheets as well, but these are large enough for me to use as bath towels. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the bath towels. Got 4 of them in the washcloth, and then I got 1 hand towel in the same exact color. Then I need to purchase silverware, so because for the past few years my roommates had the silverware. So these are by the Room Essentials brand. Super, super cheap again. I don't know. I think I got this is a 20 piece and this is a 20 piece, and I'm pretty sure it costed $20 for both of these. So that's a really great price, and they're really great quality. Like, you don't need anything super fancy for like just yourself. So I got 2 of these just to have silverware fully stocked. And also, I'm not going to be showing you guys in this haul because I've had them since freshman year, but the plates and dishes, I have a 20-piece set, I think it is, of plates and bowls and stuff like that from the Room Essentials brand, and I think they were $20 max, maybe even cheaper. And then all of the glassware that I got, they come with a set of 6 tall glasses and 6 small glasses, and that whole set together was $10, and they have lasted me 3 years. So guys, don't sleep on the Room Essentials brand. They have really great stuff for really great prices. So I highly recommend checking that out. And I did link the glassware and the kitchenware on my blog post for you guys too. So if you do end up checking that out, those will be linked over there. I know this is also very fun and exciting, but I got a bowl cleaner brush thing for my bathroom. Nothing super fancy. These are actually a little bit more expensive than I thought they would be, and the cheapest one I found was at Target online for like $4 or $6 or something like that. I went as far to link a toilet bowl cleaner for you guys on my blog post because they mostly aren't cheap, and I didn't, you know, I'm paying for something that's gonna clean my toilet and I don't need anything super fancy, so why would I pay more than I need to? So that was the cheapest one I found. For my bathroom trash can, I actually was debating on this for a really long time, and you might be wondering why the hell was I, because it's a bathroom trash can, but guys, I'm trying to match everything very well and very precisely. So I decided to go with this matte black trash can from Project 62. It's kind of like metal, I guess, but what was I gonna say about it? I don't know. Just looks like this. This will also kind of be hidden anyway, but I think this was $20. Let's see what else. Okay, so next up, another very hard thing for me to decide was what throw pillows I wanted for my couch. Like I said, my couch is like a cognac leather, and yeah, I just really wasn't sure what throw pillows to get. But I ended up picking these up from Target, and they are just by Opal House. They look like this, very large and fluffy. So I'm very excited about them. They are not like super soft, but wow, the dust bunnies. Yeah, I picked these up in store, so I don't know. Last I checked, I couldn't get them delivered online, but I did link them on the blog post. So I don't know, I might consider cutting off the tassels. We'll just have to see. Also, another thing I wanted for my countertop, this wasn't necessary, but I definitely wanted it to just like keep something really nice and simple on the counter, is this little tray here. It is by the Magnolia brand again. So it is the Hearth and Hand with Magnolia wire tray, and it was $29. It's very large. And what my whole idea for this is to have it on the countertop, and then I'm going to put like a candle and then like a small vase or something with, either I'll just like leave the vase be, or I'll put like some pampas grass or something like that in it, who knows. But I figured that this would just be like a really nice piece to keep on top of the countertop as like a nice centerpiece. But I thought this was really cute, and I'm kind of like digging the whole minimalist look, so I'm excited to just keep that on the countertop. All right, guys, this might be a little difficult to show you, but these are the nightstands that I got from Target. They just look like this. They have this really nice, like, mid-century modern detail on them. They're wood, and they were super cheap. They were about 85, I think, a piece. So I got 2 of these. They're really good size, and they have a pretty big drawer too. So the other one I got delivered here while I picked this one up in store. So this is the Decor, I don't know if I'm saying that right, the Decor accent table, and like I said, I got 2 of these. So these will look really nice next to my bed. And yeah, I'm super excited about them. Now that my room is completely a mess, that is it for my Target haul. As far as I'm concerned, there might be a few things I'm missing, but I'm pretty sure I got it all. I've been collecting this all in my room for the past few days, and it's been driving me insane, but I wanted to get this done and over with. Next, I'm going to just give you a few tips for budgeting and what I've been doing to budget. So I think like the biggest tip overall would be basically to budget in order of what's most important or essential to you. So I kind of collected a list of everything that I was exactly looking for. Now, I did a lot more research on this than probably the average person would. I was just very finicky with piecing everything together, like even down to my bath towels and trash can, as you can clearly see. So you might be different, but basically I went through, broke it down by each segment of the apartment, and I wrote down kind of like exactly what I wanted or what I envisioned for the apartment, and then started finding links for those exact things and wrote down all the prices and all that stuff. Then after I kind of like, I went through over time and collected different pieces that I wanted, but after I like wrote down the prices, kind of like analyzed what I wanted for the apartment and, you know, the bigger items I wanted, then I went through and I was like, okay, well, when I'm moving in, what's going to be the most essential thing that I need for the apartment? And your essential things might look different from my essential things. My essential things kind of going into it were, first of all, like a bed, which I didn't purchase a bed, but I'm taking a bed from home. I needed a box spring. I didn't have a box spring, so luckily I found one. That's kind of like a whole other story, but I didn't pay for that either. So those 2 things I didn't have to pay for, but I wanted a bed frame. That didn't come with either of the 2. So I also wanted it to be a little bit more off the ground. So I purchased a bed frame. That was kind of like one of the most essential things I thought I needed first. I purchased that from Wayfair, and then also I figured, you know what, I'm going to need somewhere to sit because I wasn't bringing a desk. So I figured I would be doing most of my work at my countertop, but I would need somewhere to sit, so I'd need chairs. So they were kind of like the next essential thing, like get some countertop chairs. Of course, I got 4 of them, but you don't need 4. It's kind of like just all dependent on your apartment and what you need. Next up, I knew I wanted a couch for the living room because I'd want somewhere where other people could sit and where like I could also go and sit and relax, or where I could do work or whatever. So that was kind of like my next thing. And then going into like the kitchen details, I would obviously need silverware, a trash can. Going into the bathroom, I needed a shower curtain, bath towels, and also because I don't have a lot of storage in my bathroom, I wanted to get like an over the toilet storage unit. So I purchased one of those. What else? I needed knives and like a whole knife set. I didn't have that. That would be like essential for cooking and just eating. Then kind of, I knew that I also wanted to get something else for storage. So I had figured that I'd get a TV at some point. That wasn't like absolutely essential, but I purchased a media console so that it could not only be like for show, but it also could be used for storage. So it has like all different drawers on it. So I was kind of toying with the idea of using like a very big dresser or using an actual media console that just had a lot of drawers. So I figured I'd get a media console because that would optimize more storage space for me. So then also like I said, I figured I'd get a TV at some point, which I just actually ordered last. That was like the last thing I ordered that was like considered most essential. So I also would need somewhere to put the TV if I wasn't putting it on the wall. So that worked out. What else? I don't know. There was just like little things. So those were kind of like the bigger things that I purchased first and foremost. They were also some of like the heftier purchases that I made. I knew that I would want nightstands too, so I purchased those kind of later in the game just because they weren't necessarily essential, but again, it optimizes a little bit more storage for me. So just to like put things away, because like I said, I don't want my countertops to be cluttered. I don't want things left out, so I want places to put those things that you can't like see all the clutter everywhere. So nightstands were kind of like next on the list. Decor, and like I did get a rug for the living room because I knew I would want something to piece it together. But decor and like little random things that aren't super essential, they're just things that I would really like for the apartment. Those I have not purchased yet, because unless it was like on sale or I knew it would take a really long time to get in, I did that because first of all, I don't know exactly how it's all going to look pieced together in the apartment. So I don't know the exact vibe. Like I can get an idea, but I definitely want to wait for the decor until I have everything pieced together. And then I'm like, okay, I know exactly what artwork I want to put in what places. So that will kind of be last on the list, which is totally fine. I have a lot of downtime this summer, so I'm not in any rush. But now that I kind of like explained the whole background on my essentials, then I broke it down to what was most essential and purchased and budgeted for those things first. So I kind of like made weekly orders for myself and a weekly budget for myself in order of what was most important to me to get immediately and what I could afford and what I knew I needed to save for and all of this stuff. So I budgeted in the sense of doing things by the week and by what was most essential, because it really brought into perspective for myself, like what do I want to be spending my money on and what can I afford right now. So that's how I broke it down, and it really ended up working out well because I budgeted for everything really well, and I'm super happy about the way that I went about it. Keep in mind, like I said, I have 2 weeks until I move into my apartment, and I started this entire process probably, let's see, it's May 22nd. I started this whole process probably at the beginning of April, I would say, maybe even a little sooner, like as in starting to look, but the buying process definitely started around the beginning of April, I believe. So that's kind of like how I took this whole route around budgeting. And like I said, I just finalized my last like big purchase or like most essential purchase before moving. I'm like stopping the buying period now 2 weeks out because one, I was shipping everything here, and now it's kind of like that rocky period where I don't know when things are gonna get here, if they'd get here in time or what. I also wanted to keep in mind too, like I got all of the things that luckily my parents are coming along with to help me move in. So my dad is going to be piecing together all of the things like my bed frame, my TV console. I bought my TV last. I figured I could wait on that if I wanted to, but if I needed help setting it up or if I ended up wanting to mount it to the wall, my parents would be there to help me. So I might as well just order it now, get it done and over with. And if I did need that help, they would be there to help me with that. So that's why I ended up purchasing the TV, although it wasn't considered like an essential for me. But everything else, I wanted to make sure that, like, first of all, if they were really big items, we're taking like a big U-Haul down. So I wanted to make sure I got all of the big items in and ordered so that they can be put on the U-Haul. And like I said, if they were items that need to be pieced together, my dad would be there to do that. So I kind of thought of like the time, what was most essential, exactly like how much work would need to go into piecing the items together, and if I could do it on my own, or if like my dad, if I would need my dad's help or somebody else to help me with it, and then also like how long it would take to get here and all that stuff. So I think those were the 3 top things I kept in mind when purchasing things. And yeah, so I think that's about it. I would say like I said, I started this very early on. I'm a planner, and I knew that I wanted my apartment to look a certain way, so I started planning for it very early on so that I would be able to budget it. And I've been budgeting and saving for all of this stuff for over a month and a half now, probably 2 months or more. So that's kind of like my time frame, just to give you guys some context of when I started saving for all of this. So if you guys are, you know you're moving into an apartment soon and you're going to need furniture and all of that stuff, I definitely start budgeting for it well in advance so that you could slowly over time make those purchases in order of like what's most essential and all that stuff. So also that you, when it comes time for you to move in, you're not feeling like super overwhelmed and like panicking that you can't afford to get the things that like you would consider most essential or whatever the case is. So those are my tips. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, if you liked it, enjoyed it, if you want to see more videos like this, trust me, there will be more. Once I move into my apartment, I'm sure I'm going to be doing like more hauls, and especially like a decor haul. So if you guys want to see those videos, make sure to subscribe, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and I guess that's all for today. So thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time.